Matatu Jevarajune, Shizode Soma Jevarajune, Jevarashiva Jevarajingilo, Chidanji Chima Tenjene, Kani Shiva Yimbarangoshi, Imogaja Gamne Sose, Marikasu Jevarajingilo. Bardo Imbarachi Pete, Nolila Gum Dene Osagum, Ayasunjo Yidu Gumbaye, Tampe Julu Chawara Chingelo, Ringi Jato Choda Nasarse, Tundelunja Lamba Tabira, Duzo Teje Tirwalanji, Chiniranda Shiva Chingelo. Kadomande Wizard to Jimbar, with a tili teacher the bole, Jibito Joseph Ranalaro Shiva Chingelo, the Jasheda Timule Jube, Katamadana Vejoyala, Rangilonia Ratu Jibe, Ranatatu Shiva Chingelo. Kando jebe lugi sudu karmar sertang wa nabeu lamido yedanya wa ye lamarin jeba tingelo semme kamda la bu jeta ngamba chuchu tai jembe so kazama me du tongna jadam bise Jingelo, Lumarjate Sada Kide, Pupato Budumala Soser, Kajrejube Nawa Junguna, Jeba Jingelo, Jagi Kausando, Gaviki Neterjusena. Ramosheye Jipa me paye, Nengandela Doba Chingelo, Naltangonje Misir Tabota, Tisheleki Tidarola, Tichinela Chava Kibese, Chadan Sepa Mepar Chingelo, Hamala So Chine. Wete Chadamejin Jumara Shebada Nilurango Shebetemba Sheminango Kepahar Chingelo Kaltima Kewalembana Deva Chendan Galden Wangama Kuligurja Tamsirika Tu Sanjingewa Lembahar Chingelo Kimatato Mangi Nedenge, Sejangela Chibekawade, Sejanda Baji Sange, Sembejanju Yudo Dubarasho, Gelwasedan Jibishilata, Chingiranji Nambarata Pada, Dayansamba Nambarata Pe. Chitram Mate Mijazeli Deva Mai Pambo Chibeli Burgave Doda Rani Chikburpar Nesu Yamachada de Dudeba Samba Maya Pemba Kayami Pendo me beko chadan Penge lama o ba me bada Chanse me shito ba o ba me so Hinga konjite ba me Nine jav yodo Jesusun Dewa jangi Minje Wanguru Zadu Jumden Gombo Bame Yerme Lama Gusu Jumden Nawa Daye Minje Wanguru Zadu Jumden Gombo Bame Jumden Nawa Daye Minje Wanguru Zadu Tani mi tawa zen namje baru nesukam tujezo poishudole lenge bajalungi karmana mi munero shinje ponya Rangi chebe lendai dalarane dudanbe oyurami ta tawre chumrana shivara rari me magile ladalama Toge milu tola Tani mida onzenbe Namshe Duje zubu shudu Lingana basa lungi Divi karnana mene go Shije punya wami Timido masoli sumunu Dunga sugaya Ngarangi shebe Lende Talarana Tutembe Tuyura mida Tatu Tungoy Naji Shibagi Rari Me Ladalam Rasarwad Vonyu Chisile De Banyu Turge Milu Tuli Yadani Mida Wanse Namshi Parini Sugan Jesu Bujul De Lingana Bajalungi Dina Shiji Punya Wami Jimi Doyang Soli Sumunyu Dumuna Sugaya Ngarangi Shabili Narana Tudembe Tuyurami Dada Tudungoy Naji Shibagi Rari Ladala Suroy Kunjo Sumwe Tasum Yasuda Nawade Gyalwa Sejela Tasu Kajavadwa Malik Isoya Jaji Berde Gyapsuji Kunjo Sumwe Tasuma Yasuda Nawade Gyalwa Sejela Tasu Kajavadwa Malik Isoya Jaji Berde Gyapsuji Kunjo Sumwe Tasuma Yasuda Nawade Gyalwa Sejela Tasu Kajavadwa Malik Tiso Janju Bardo Janju Kurwa Tome Duna Tade Barandu Kame Mige Lege Hu Tane Mari Timu Nilelo Jala Banjabi Sanjoy Shi Rijo Pamari Jana Zulme Nije Rabu Kunana Dungala Ribe Solera Lame Janju Topara Simge Rijo Pamari Jana Zulme Nije Kunani Dungala Ribe Solera Lame Janju Topara Simge Rijo Pamari Jana Zulme Nije Rabu Kunana Dungala Ribe Solera Lame Janju Simge Sele Deva Chege Nenzi Shimba Tempo Pekar Dave Denge Rangi Duji Shimbo Karbo Shechi Chashi Sacha Tajan Lame Shimching Pekara Chitsu Lama Obame Shani Nyamja Lungze Nama Jizuma Zambe Wazamba Rande Jendang Sende Nila Om Bardo Gyalwang Drukpa
Samaya Sado Chojuna Juvedeva Zovesanja Sedan Java Damja Telendeva Vendama Dama Dipa Robert Kobun Wei Chi Su Gu Zi Ching Mr. Hong Ali Long Yuan Chun Ching Lo Wei Loi Loi Kok Ki Chen Jiang Rang Huang Yu Chu Guinea Li Wongbo Ngar He Shao Yin Li Chok Ching Nana Lo Ho Kam Ping Father Fanny Choi Father of Fanny Choi Chu Lung Fu Ting Yuan Bun Dolma Kencho Che De She Jawala Sobe Telende Namla Telende no New Tedaka Kurvaze Tomame Tamata Dala to Badu Sabe Tusum Gilek Jebada should Nebanam Jaconjo Chujang, Lola Jimbatama Sanga Kitingu Dujun Jaba Sunga de Basoke, Vajas Tamjig to Nila Tenet to Deta Tantuari to come to change Gitunge, Gudan Jeba Yonsu, Pardola Pardon, Shebe to be now in Sutani, Deva Chanlas of Shingam number Tavanam Sukeva Lenivi, Kalbatan, Teta Namsu Keva Lemata do Deva Obamedan Guru Peman June Lasobe Shingamanam Ji Sanje Namdan Lenji to Company Berjudi Simjen Taib Draw Taib Tun Gachimbu to be Kalbadan Tene Janjusambanam da Juji Paru the Chimba Truk Chula Sobe Lam Lodge Lam Jingondo Lama Teta Tamja Tab Chikun to be Kalbadan Dene Sadan Lamla Pache Meber Sachu Lamga Tartu Dojing Gerwadurji Changa Kombarambo Junior to Nurani to be Kalvadan Yoroji Dikarchol. Don't worry. Don't go met. Emma Manzar Sanje Nawata Yesu Joy to Jemboda and Zemba to Jendanamula Sanje Joseba Mego Mozara Badu Nebai Deva Jay Jingande Mujurmata Jingi Parmachapar Terugina Nandi Jadosha Dikendagi Malantabadi Joje Sange Jansi Tamje Gimeduva Jingi Nadus Eya ta benza deya wa budana so ma ho sanje na wa This, now, could you kindly help, some of you can help the Gana Chakra to be distributed. It needs to be distributed. Yeah. Volunteer 3 or 4, 5, that's all. Not all, many. Today we did the Changwa, means liberation, to liberate the spirit of death spirit. If you don't believe in a next life, then there's not much of things to talk about. But as long as we believe in the next life, that is the 49 day, within 49 days or within one sort of like 1 month, within certain period of time, we have a bit of, we all will have this kind of difficulties. So that is a crucial time for them to receive some help. Very, very important. So we all are here to help them, because they are also the same as us. They are going through 100 times more, of problem and confusions. We have less confusion because we have the body. The body is the one that keeps the confusion less. The minute you left your body, then there's a lot of confusion, unless you are a practitioner. You are such a great practitioner that you know where you are going and what is really happening with you, which actually means that that sort of development needs to be developed, or that needs to be achieved when you are alive. That's the reason why the Bardo practice, why the Shunyata practice, and all these, most of the Vajrayana practice, especially the Dzogchen practice, all these things are very, very, very crucial practice when we are alive. When we were dead already, then some practitioners can help, maybe little bit, very limited, very, very, very limited way of helping. Cannot really help that much unless you are a great practitioner. But even if you are not a great practitioner, you may have a good karma, or you may have a sort of good accumulation somewhere, sometime. You may have done something very good. That may be ripened, and then that can helpful along with the practice of like this kind of practice, Chao Tu. Very, very important, That's the reason, like in Chinese community, the Asian community, wherever the community who believes in Mahamudra, Mahayana tradition of Buddhists, we do Chao Tu, It's a very important. So that needs to be done. And it's not only just a tradition, but it is really effective, very effective. But if this person has no karmic link in his or her previous process of lives that he went through or she went through, most probably not. It is not possible, because he or she went through millions and billions of lives. So he might have done something good karma. He or she might have done something good karma, but almost for sure. So therefore, good karma has to be ripened along with the help of Chao Tu. Chao Tu is something very, something helpful for ripening the karma, get good karma in this crucial period of time. That is the thing. But of course, those people who are realized beings, they can prepare. They know when they should be leaving, when they are. For example, my father, he chose to leave his body in Paris, so that's the reason he was even asking me a couple of years ago. I mean, you can read the book. Maybe the book is available, maybe not. I don't know, but. I have written these things, whatever. A couple of years ago he was saying, 2017, you have to take me to Paris. I said, what? For what? He said, oh no, I just want to do a sightseeing. And he really fond of doing that anyway. Any time. We went to America, I was the driver, and I was driving across the country and showing him in time, this a couple of years ago anyway. So he likes that, and he likes to drive, he likes to see each other, see the things and this and that. And he said that 2017 you have to take me there. And he told to my mom that, that he's 85, he can't live, he's not going to stay here more than 85 years old. He was 85 years old now, this year. So, at all these things. And then he said, you have to take me to France, to Paris, and for sightseeing. So I said, okay, but how many days? I thought it was like he would like to spend maybe a month at least, but he said no. He was giggling at me, a couple of years ago. Anyway, he was just giggling at me, and they said, 10 years is good enough. 10 days is good enough. 10 days is good enough. I said 10 days, and it's such a far away. You should stay a little longer, no? Then we'll see what happens. 10 days good enough. But then he stayed. This time he stayed in Paris 10 days, only 10 days, and he died. He passed, away exactly after 10 days. And also he said, then in Paris he said, I'm going to Pleuret. You have to take me to Pleuret. And he went to Pleuret. He happened to be going to Pleuret right after passing away. So anyway, these sort of things, you just maybe you may read the books. The book is clearly sort of saying all these things, little bit. I didn't really wanted to say many things, that I have collected kind of stories and all these things. I don't want to waste people's time to read and people's energy by reading that. But I just put little bit thing. That really shows that, that kind of special people, they have a special way of sort of arranging their funeral. They just arrange, and they're very happy to go. And just before 3 days he passed away. We also went for tour in the car, and he was very sort of happy, joyfully. He was traveling with me. I was driver again, and I was driving. We were going to Normandy and all these beach, very nice beach up in the northern part of the northern and western part of the France. Anyway, all these things. But then, after that, then he said, he decided to sort of not to do anything, just one or 2 days, that's all. And then he passed away just like that. As if like I felt that he just left from here, from this room to the next room, or something like that. It's very sort of, he created a lot of very peaceful environment, or peaceful atmosphere when he passed away. So that was very good. And also he was smiling when he leaves. He was like very happy to leave, something like that, So that actually tells all of us that the spiritual practice and spiritual achievement really gives a lot of strength, and especially the strength to go through the death. Usually we say the death is something very horrible, and we feel, I don't know, I heard that the death is horrible, and I guess it is a horrible thing, but I never came across with any people dying in my life. This is my first time to see, and I hope it's the last time also to see such the people dying. That's a terrible thing, I think, and I think it is very sad. Anyway, sad. This is very sad. So this is something that goes without saying. Very, very sad. Anyway, somebody leaving forever, living away forever. And we don't know where he left. Even though my mother seems to be knowing, but I don't know. Myself very ignorant. I don't know where he is and what he's doing. And forever I wouldn't see him forever. So that is a very dreadful, very, very sad. People like me, I feel very sad. But of course, generally speaking, it's people. Generally speaking, I would say it's not a sad. It's not a sad kind of thing. You don't have to feel sad that much, because he sort of decided, and he really left his body with certain decision. and he really chosen that way. So he even chose where to sort of finish his life, what to be done, and he was really supervising everything what we should be doing after his death and all these things. It's just very sort of a very, in a way, it's a very, I would say, it's a good news. I think from his point of view, it's a nice thing. It is not at all sad thing for them. But of course, people like me who are left behind, it is a very sad. However, I know I read many names here, those people who are not yet even past the 49 days, and they all are going through their own big journey. So we all have to really be there to more and to help and to give them support. What we are doing here is very good, and also we have to be always keep on sort of helping them. Otherwise, where is bodhicitta? Where is compassion? Where is love? And not only that, generally speaking, I think, for example, like every morning, how many animals are slaughtering? How many, beings are tortured? So you have to think about all these animals are mistreated, who are mistreated, and they were killed because of our food. We just want to eat, we just enjoy, and we kill, we take their lives. Which is very unfair, very, very sad. 100 times, 300 times, 400 times, 1,000 times, million times more sad than anything. It is very, very sad what's happening with the animals. So people, we human beings, very, very, very rude. We do very nasty things to animals. So they are dying, not only just going through the sad process of killing, but after that, we believe in the next life, the crucial kind of difficulties life. So they all are going through the Bardo, the intermediate state, and experience a lot of things. It's not a good news for them. It's a bad news for them, for lives and lives. It's not like that. It's not like people who have very sort of inner strength, spiritual strength, that they just don't know. They just know where to go. But these people are not. These beings are not. They are tortured, but not only that, they will be tortured by their own confusion for lives and lives and lives. So we have to really be always compassionate. We always need to be thinking about all the sentient beings, not only in this life, the life and sentient beings, but the death sentient beings, death spirit, and not only the death, but then the next life, the people or the beings who are really going through the process of taking rebirth also. All the way through, whatever the process that they are going through, whatever the period that they are going through, we have to be there to help. Just only through the prayers and practices and all these things, you have to. And if you don't have a skills of praying or prayers or practices, doesn't matter. You just have to be putting yourself, your heart there. Your heart should be going there. For example, myself, always my heart goes to everybody. Everybody. My heart always goes to the beings who are suffering, the beings who are confused, not only just the animals, but then the human beings also. Not only just the poor human beings, but rich human beings. As if, looks as if they are very well off, but they are not well off. They just don't understand. They are very much confused within their mind. They are very confused. So my heart goes to them. So that itself, I think, it's good enough to start with. Then, of course, on top of that, of course, you do a lot of things to liberate themselves from the samsaric cyclic existence. Of course, you have to. But before that, I think you just have to, know and train yourself how to share the heart with them. In other words, you can say love. Heart means love. You should train yourself how to share the love with them. Not only just keeping your love to yourself, but you have to share the love to everybody. So that is the crucial point. Very much the point that you shouldn't missing. You should never miss. So that is the point. So that is the kind of being really the most important part of the practice of Chautu. Yeah, we are doing that. We did that, and that is the crucial and principle. That the principle of this practice is to share your heart with anybody, and especially this with the people who just passed away and has no directions at all whatsoever, and now there's no body, there's no physical body. So now they have a double, triple times more confusion than we are. We have a confusion, but less confusion because of thanks to the body. The body is the really important thing, very, very important. The body, even though body is illusion, body is nothing, but body is the one that makes us very strong, fairly strong. Anyway, as soon as your body is not there, there's nothing. You don't feel anything. You don't feel anything that is there. So the body is the one that really keeps us quite well. So death means nothing but your process of leaving the body. That is the death. So that is the moment that you have to leave the body. Just leave the body behind and you go. So then where do you go? You don't know. You have no idea of direction. You have no idea of what to do, what not to do. So you have no idea. But then not only that, you have no choice also. You have no choice, no nothing. It's just the karmic wind will blow everywhere. Within a second you'll be in America. Within a second you'll be there. You'll be everywhere. And you get so confused, so stressed. And whatever it comes in the mind, it's there. You are there. You're already there. Because you have no body. If there is a body, then even though you think about France, you think about hell, you think about, like some other places. You think, but you wouldn't be there because the body is there. But then when there's no body, wherever you think it goes, you go. So you have no choice. So most probably you go to the hell. Very, 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 very big possibilities there to go to the hell, to go to these places that you never want to see. You never want to go even closer. So you will go there automatically. There's no choice. So then that is the time that people like us or like whoever, people who have a little bit of compassion, love, they should be there to say, hey, don't go there. Be strong, be aware of yourself and this and that. To tell them. And then, if you manage to tell them or give them a hint so that they can also they can stop going further into the problematic state of the mind or state of the land. So anyway, that is the thing. So I think it's recommended to do this time to time. It's a very important practice anyway, along with the practice of Amitabha. So we have to finish this Ghana Chakra process. It won't take that long. So along with that, I think we kind of finish the Sangitsewa teachings and the retreat. So I hope and trust that we all will be able to practice Sangitsewa. We all will be practice Yangtik. Anyway, these two practices are nothing but you have to really strengthen yourself in terms of love, development of compassion, and devotion, and all these things. So that is the thing. You have to pay through that. Then you have to pay attention to all sentient beings, and try to sort of open your arm and embrace all the sentient beings, all the beings around the world. And that is kind of thing that you have to be doing it, and you have to be able to train yourself through doing so.
Mantra Meda Ore Long Me Long Chu De Ge Bong Bo Zan Mi Nam Ge Kam Gang Wan Yu tên bi qual gyur la mi she pa dan tên jing ki bu sa tên yong la tên bi shin da dan shur wa gin tên ba yurin trai shi shong page number 16 166 Bardo Jumba Yanda Bharat Sangi Ziji Gizi Dai Shi Obami Gungi Gulash Vipa Chalse Logumbu Gigi Tuji Dachagi Mulama Gengis Tishini Ji Sangi Gungi Rabdu Angabi Naji Samalu De Jansime Degi Sanju Injo Namba Navi Gyalwang Drukpa Upami Chalsimedu Nijing Sumojo Dewa Jangi Shindia Kewara Shojin Kamanam Dage Sholu Darin Jin Sashi Kunyamadrisi Gyarin Jen Adalar Chonshin Gyan Dewa Jangi Shindia Kewara Shomun Basi Jin Dava Urava Ilu Yunjin Mido Sharshin Bidrugi Nandanyam Gaduguri Dewa Jangi Shindia Kewara Shorin Gyasur Trudu Thada Kunkyan Lubda Shigri Shada Mishri Mido Vayung Sukhinbi Dewa Jangi Shindia Kewara Shotul Bishasunyan Bishurda Hila Gandu Dima Thavra Junyan Momi Chinada Dunga Dewa Jangi Shindia Kewara Shojindri Sangi Dhami Tishin Jogi Drido Opante Mindri Sangi Shina Bhagya Songi Dewa Jangi Shindia Kewara Shodachal Hamadi Shekha Upamida Shagya Dubai Mulama Devi Rudi Pune Shinjo Dirgi Shodagi Dusuma Sapigi Kungi Shinjo Dewa Chandu Giri Upamida Jodi Sundu Bichido Mua Chanju Dirgi Shonam Dazang Mulama Tabai Lumegi Meni Dubai Umbo Chosuma Zasuma Yes Dubara Jingi Lovo Namorat Nadaya Yadrayat Pansir